Natsume's Book of Friends, or Natsume Yujincho, is one of those animes that perfectly balances the slice of life genre with the supernatural. Natsume is a high school student who can see yokai. Along with his yokai pal Madara, Natsume helps others plagued by these yokai while helping yokai in turn. At times the pace is a bit slow, but that's the beauty of it. Natsume's Book of Friends knows how to capture the little things, so you can get a sense of why Natsume wants a normal life. And while I think Alter's Natsume 1/8 scale figure captures this more laid-back aspect of the anime beautifully, it's Kotobukiya's figure of Natsume and Madara that captures the more magical side of the show. And while this figure is grand and a space eater, standing about 7.5 inches high and 9 inches wide to capture just a fraction of Madara's true size, both Madara and Natsume remain quite tranquil as they are frozen in the moment before Natsume returns a yokai's name. The stance of both of these characters works so well together that I'm not even missing the rest of Madara's body. And if Kotobukiya did give us the rest of him, I doubt this figure would fit on most shelves, not to mention the massive shipping costs. Plus, with the added smoke effects surrounding the base of Madara, it looks like he's magically emerging from the ground, rather than looking like his head was cut off. Which then brings us to the base. There actually isn't one, or one in the traditional sense. Because Madara is so large with a flattish bottom, he actually becomes the base. Natsume then just fits into a couple holes in Madara with 2 pegs at the back of his feet. And with the lack of a traditional base, this figure gives off the feeling like it was pulled out of the anime rather than a PVC person stuck to a round disc. Taking a closer look now at the figure, you may notice all of the attention to details with the sculpt and the paint job. Madara's unkempt hair has carefully crafted strands, fitting for a wild creature such as himself. And the creases in Natsume's clothes and flowing jacket gives this figure much needed movement. The shading also on Natsume's jacket brings depth to each crease, and the patterns on Madara's face are crisp and clean. Overall, there isn't much to say about the paint job other than beautiful. There is so much going for this figure as it stays true to the story and art that it's hard to find a real complaint that I have with this, other than maybe the size, maybe. Because of the girth of Madara, Kotobukiya did have to make Natsume smaller in comparison to other figures, but again, you really don't want to make this figure much larger. So if you are looking for a Natsume figure that captures the magic of the show, then look no further than Kotobukiya's Art Effects J figure of Natsume and Madara, assuming you have the space, of course. And with that, this concludes my review. If you enjoyed it, then might I suggest some of my previous reviews? Wink wink. Bye, Peekabloos!